rotating players from the Renegades squad in the vents has got completely wrecked there, and it's going to be a clean sweep, it seems, for Gambit here on the T side, no less as well. Still a very CD-sided map, and it's going to be Yam. Don't nade yourself. He gets knifed as well. There it is.
That's even better from Doja. What a way to start the finals off. Gets that $1,500 cash injection. And as you say, they went so quickly, not even the rotation from Vents getting cut off. They couldn't get in position, but they couldn't get anyone on turnpike as well, which usually distracts and slows them down on that ramp position. Yeah, this was either die by your own nade or die to a knife. I don't know which I would prefer in that sense.
Well, in terms of not giving them money, I guess the nade it'd have to be. Anyway, it is going to be a fourth buy from Renegades here. You still don't bring out the Nova. It is a shotgun-friendly map, especially in the upper bomb side. Rarely see the Nova, though. We'll see what happens here. There is going to be Deagles, CZs, some armor as well, and there's no messing around here for Gambit. They're going to be straight to outside, and they've got a couple of rifles here to work with, some UMPs as well, and a MAC-10. Yam's waiting towards Secret, so still a chance for you to do something on the CT side here with the pistols. Obviously, there's a lot of tight choke points here. If you can find those 1Ds, and especially weapons like the Nova, you can cause a little bit of trouble here, but it's going to be Hobbit making his way towards heaven. But JKS seems to be aware. It's a tight angle here on the left-hand side.
This is a bit curious. They've already wrapped around. No one's spotting this yet. And that shotgun in place on Ustillo. His top hut. Eyes still facing that direction. I don't think they've got any idea. JKS is considering the fact that they didn't have anyone spotting outside, that they could be there with the P250, but that shotgun's going to be well out of range.
Still plenty of time to work with here. They have spotted a player on the hut there, but JKS, he's the linchpin here. If he can find a frag, it could get interesting. Unfortunately, he gets taken down. It's going to be another round going in favor of Gambit here. Not really much a CTs can do, I'm afraid. It's going to be Yam finding a kill with the Desert Eagle, but bomb will be planted in towards upper at this point. And just the remaining CTs at this point with a decision to make. They're both towards outside, and Hobbit there a little bit audacious, gets taken down, but still no harm, no foul really. It's going to be Azza left in a 3 versus 1. CZ and head armor in hand, probably just wants to try and save that head armor and the CZ in for the next round. Not really much you can do about this situation, but Mo, he'll be hunting him down, it seems.
Doesn't want to leave him with anything at all as he goes back toward T-spawn, spotted up already by Doja.
He knows he's done for this point.
Yeah, Mo's waiting for him now as well. He's inside the entranceway to lobby. Mo searching. Teammate confirms he's not outside of the door. They both converge to make it 2-0 for Gambit. Straightforward on the start. Zeus still has the AK up, and they keep the Galil. They'll buy back in. What's Adren going to go to? Because Hobbit's gone for a MAC-10 again.
Yeah, you can see Ricky. We did say he's going to be a pivotal factor going forward into this game. He has got $3,400, so he will get the AWP into the first gun round here. Renegades are going to struggle. The problem is, a map like Nuke as well, you need your incendiaries, you need your smokes, and especially against these saved Galils and MAC-10s and UMPs, they're going to want head armor as well. They've got to choose what's the lesser of two evils going forward in that first gun round. It could be something very fast with those lesser weapons from Gambit, and it could mean a kind of snowball effect going forward in that first gun round. Full eco, of course, Renegades this time. Back to outside Gambit go. We do get a kill from Yam, though. Nice work from him to take down Adren. And it's going to be a double kill for Hobbit, though, finishing things off with the HG grenade.
The positioning from Ricky. An odd view we never used to see very often. Shooting above into that new catwalk position. Mo's going to close it out. So now guns to be drawn, and Ricky, he managed to save enough to bring out an AWP. I think he's got to go glass cannon on this, though.
Yeah, but look out for the head armor, like I said.
He's got armor, okay.
We've got a UMP, a MAC-10. So, and a Galil as well. So actually, the unarmored head is 3 players, Ricky, Yam, and JKS. And we went for a... Oh, they've actually upgraded. Okay, they got rid of the MAC-10. That's interesting. I thought they'd keep that and try and get the money swelling in their favor. It's not going to happen, though. They do keep the UMP and the Galil, though. And we'll see what they bring to the table. Look at the lack of utility of Renegades, though. 1 smoke. That's all they've already got to work with here. They did have an incendiary to begin the round off, but that's gone now. And if the full execution comes in towards that upper side, they're going to have a real rough time here. But Yam, looking at that first frag, is being quite assertive here towards the red box, but takes a lot of damage there and has to fall back at this point.
All fired against. The interesting thing about this is that they haven't smoked off toward that secret position, but yet they're going across. Now the smokes will bloom. That takes away the vision from Ricky, and they've got a lineup on him. Down he goes to 11 HP. It's 2 players tagged up, 11 and 10.
Yep.
It gives up so much room at outer. No rotation down through the bottom to catch off someone with a swing in towards Secret, so Adren's got that covered off.
Yeah, you can see they've got 1 player towards Secret at this point. The next objective would get the ramp from Yam there with 10 HP. Can't really justify staying in that position. Just has to spot maybe just a pixel. Fall down, excuse me, fall down to lower, and then they'll do some sort of ramp lower split at this point. That's what Gambit want to do with a player down towards Secret. That's ideal. Right now, 2 players low HP on the CT side as well. Yam needs to be so careful here.
He's waiting for it as well as they get closer, spots it up, but Mo's got the shot. Accuracy in favor of Gambit so far. As the 3-round start on Nuke, we always talk about it, it's still important on this version of the map. They may get more than that, a 4th in their favor, but it's only a 1-man advantage as JKS pulls it back ever so slightly. As Ren's rotated down into the vents as well. He's got one walking in from above. That's Ustillo, pops in, takes him down, and pulls it back. Hobbit's still alive with 1 HP. The bomb has been planted, and Ustillo on the case already is going to try and solve exactly where this has gone. Spots up Mo in the corner. Now it's the HP favoring, although just onto Renegades. The problem is no kits.
Yep.
And Ricky can't afford to jump down the ladder quickly at vents because he's got no HP to do so. Ustillo's inside the site waiting for the AWP to post up and get position. Check toward Toxic, see if he's there. Hobbit's with 1 HP found and taken down immediately. Now the AWP can start to hold. They know exactly where Dozier is, but they're losing time. Downies is, but can they get on the bomb in time? I think they've just got it.
It's going to be really close, actually. I think they've just about... No, they haven't. Okay.
I wonder
Might die with the bomb as well, Ricky.
I think that would, yeah, no, I don't think he had it either way. I was going to say that if he hadn't failed to jump on the railing on the way down, he may have had it, but I think it was about 8 seconds, so I don't think they had it either way. That's Gambit picking up round number 4, which is hugely problematic.
Yeah.
They do save 2 weapons, though, so they'll force back in immediately.
Yeah, well, it was a real decent round, an attempt from Ustillo overall. He gets 4 kills there, but just didn't have the kit. Those first gun rounds are always so problematic with the CTs when you force buy in that second round. Actually, dream scenario for Gambit there. They get the initial damage done, no kills found, but they get 1 player towards Secret, control of ramp from as well by taking down Yam. That's such a perfect and textbook nuke round there. And the bomb goes down towards lower, and it does come down to Renegades keeping 2 players alive with the AWP as well, just about. So they still have enough money to reinvest into this round, but this could cause some problems going forward. You see the FAMAS there, a UMP. It's certainly not the best buy, and Ricky really needs to step up here if they're going to have a chance of winning this round. Oh, I like this from Ricky, though. Oh, it's going to be so hit or miss, and there it is. Nails the shot. Dozier goes down.
And he said he's been playing well this weekend. It certainly shows. Again, he finds the form to hit an aggressive AWP shot to start it off with an early pick. He's going to rotate back around toward outer with his AWP, and JKS is playing the passive angle at Big Garage to cover off the entrance. This time they do have a swing. It's going to be Yam, now that they've got the man advantage. So rotate over to Secret. Spot what he can. Out toward the corner. And this covers off pretty much all approaches at outer. Even if they wrap smokes or go through them, they'll have someone to spot it. And Yam's going to play a little bit more passively just because of that information. JKS not able to find himself a position aggressively, or at least not wanting to. They've dropped off that new AC position, and this is why JKS plays that angle, takes down a Dren. They don't even check it. Hobbit's going to go hunting for it. They're going to try and work through Squeaky. A smoke instead to cover it off, but he's ZR. I'm going to stick to that for some strange reason. Az is going to be sitting above on top of the hut. Gun barrel's going to show. He knows it's there. They shut the door instead. Try to fire through. Hobbit, meanwhile, does win the duel at outer, so now they can start to push through main. And Az is aware of it. He's got to look back in that direction. And all of that going on, it's Yam to take down Bomb, though, at ramp. 10 HP, has to back away. No wrap just yet. Hobbit's going to try and come in from Turnpike. And this is a problem for Yam. He knows it, so Splash goes out, but he's a little bit late in doing so. He's just trying to run. He's trying to get away. In 14 seconds, he just has to delay them from getting the plant. Rotation's going to come in. If they find him, though, they could still get this because there's only a player inside of the vents now. They've got Yam covered off. Get behind the silo, hold it down, but he's left himself exposed. Good shot from Hobbit. 2 players coming the same side. Bomb gets planted. Down to a 1-on-2. He knows where the first is. Dodges at the flash. At this point, he's got to run. He's got to try and find an angle where they've got to go hunting. Instead of staying in the open, doesn't matter. Aza's there.
Tense round there. I thought that was done when the bomb was dropped towards the ramp from there, but they somehow managed to get the bomb planted as well. Watching the rotations coming toward that vent position. Bomb is planted in a 2 versus 1. Certainly had a chance to try and do something with it, but Renegades hold on here, keeping 2 players alive once more. They find their first round here, but they are in danger of getting fully reset. Need to be careful as Gambit have a ton of money going forward. We said Ricky had to step out in that round, Matt. He pushes towards the ramp rim, and that's what the aggressive AWPers will do on this map. There are options outside, heaven, ramp, and goes to that risky pick, but it works out for him and actually gives him something to work with there. Bomb planted, like I said, so Gambit is certainly going to buy here, and they bring the AWP out. Mo, one of the MVPs of this tournament, been absolutely phenomenal so far, and we'll see whether he can actually go toe-to-toe with Ricky outside. I assume that's where we're going. Actually looking to go towards Squeaky Door. Let's open that up and see whether he can look towards main entrance here. Spotting anything just yet. They have got Ricky towards Secret, though, I believe, as he's watching the silo area right now.
That's still on top of that hut. Good shot from Ricky, so they are getting dynamic on that AWP. And as well has got a position to cover off outside. Has to be a little bit careful not to get exposed from exactly that Adren. Second time he's hit that shot on a drive-by. First time was through the edge of the smoke. This time it's a kill. Last time it only took him to 10 HP. Managed to survive a little bit longer into the round. So back to 4 versus 4. Still they have that AWP at the outer position, but Adren's going to be watching that. They haven't elected to put the smokes in place. They've only got 3 to work with. Full 4, you can only do that with, well, you can, I suppose you can do that with 2. I prefer the 3 smokes that are NIP style where they put them wide and leave no gap. More importantly, as has dropped off the hut, they've called the player out of the rafters. And they are getting ever closer to the smokes. Flash out, try and push through. Not looking like it's going to be ladder. Adren instead wants to try and scurry over in a position to find Azabeth smartly. He's gotten in behind the vents, and better still, Ustillo with the crossbeam in front is able to utilize it. Perfection, catches them on the way through, drops down as well. He may catch the AWP. Ustillo goes a little bit wild inside the A site. It's going to work for 2, but Zeus will return the favor until Ricky arrives. It's down to just 1 remaining. It's Doja, and he's found immediately.
Ricky's looking hot this game, actually managing to find 3 kills. Switches over to that M4 to finish things off as well. Gambit, equal exchanges to begin with there, managing to get to the upper site as well. They had information as to where the CTs were, but great movement from Ustillo. This was a lovely play here. You can see he's actually going to be out of position a little bit, knows what he has to do, pushes in, finds the AWP kill here. That's very important indeed. Jumps out, finds another one, and Ricky there to finish things off. They have broken the economy of Gambit somewhat. I think they've got Dosia, who's invested into this round. He's actually force-poured into it, so he's got the AK head armor. Hobbit as well buys a scout. So it's up to Dozier now to see what he can do with this weapon. They are a second stage loss bonus. The rest of his teammates saving, so they probably can buy into the next round. He'll just be on a Tech 9. Just trying to see if they can keep applying the pressure to the CT economy with his buy coming in. Scout as well in the hands of Hobbit, I assume. Maybe on the silo for now, which he is. Ricky, of course, will be challenging from the garage.
Doja tagged slightly, down to 68 on the way through. Flash in his face. Pushed back slightly. Ricky now playing the JKS spot, as you mentioned, but lovely shot from Hobbit. Scout through the edge of the stairwell. In through to where the AC is in that new position, and Ustillo gets obliterated. That's so lovely.
Yeah, very, very nice shot with the scout there. And Ricky now isolated towards the outside garage by himself. Let's see whether he can find the next shot. It seems like Hobbit has some sort of idea he's there. You can see on the X-ray, he's just checking it out every now and then. Ricky does have a slight advantage. You can see his feet before he sees him. We'll see whether this works out for him. There it is, takes down Adren.
But look at Mo, because he's already made his way all the way through ramp, back through to heaven, and he's on the AC, where the first kill was found. So he can start to watch that same position where his teammate just got lost from. Ricky's still there. Iman's Azza inside of the site, spots the fact that Zeus has already made it into heaven, doesn't want to take the fight too soon, and he should have, because wrapping around, Zeus has got him killed. And yeah, he can't find it with the shot, got up the hole, down he goes. Doja to hold it off, JKS and Ricky now the last 2 remaining.
Yeah, and Ricky's actually in a horrible position. Hobbit's done such a good job of keeping him in that garage position as well, just watching his every move, takes him down with that scout, and that's a buy with 1 scout, an AK-47, some P250s, working out for Gambit. That's such a bit of a horror show overall for Renegades here. They can't really buy into this round. It won't be a double eco, but they're going to have to take this one on the chin. But Hobbit there, what a shot that was to open things up there. Ustillo gets wrecked behind the air kill position, as you said. Ricky left alone outside, did what he could, find 1 frag, but it wasn't quite enough. Hobbit just keeping him in position there. And will be P250s and USPs. Very difficult to win these rounds on the CTs. Not really much you can do. You can only stack towards Uppo and push ramp. And we'll wait for them to Molotov themselves.
That's exactly what I would do. There's substance as well with these pistols on top of the hut. I'm not saying the skylight's broken out every round. I know it's minor, but we do talk about it just because you can use it as an option later should it become
The scary thing is we haven't really seen an execution from Gambit, so I haven't
true.
really needed it, right? So they're actually just running on defaults here, breaking the economy of Renegades. They've had a couple of successful rounds here, but need a lot more. 5-2, presumably going to be 6-2 after this round. And we have got some ramp presence from Dozier. He'll be there by himself for now. Just going to be feeling it out, seeing if there's a ramp stack going on. If he can find 1 kill, that's normally ever there's going to be a ramp in these sort of situations. JKS there in the headshot position. He'll be peeking up every now and then. Nails the headshot, but only has the PD-50. It's not going to be a one-shot kill at that range. Takes him down to 11 HP.
Falls away on that, brings the M down the turnpike. We were talking about the pistol. That's a dink as well. This is 2 good damaged shots fired in from Renegades, and JKS is going to slip up again late, finds another. This is so much damage early on from these pistols. Mo will pull it back, but he's got to turn and find Yam immediately after, manages to do so. Still, they survive with 11 HP only on Doja, and Hobbit's on 66.
Yeah, well, Dozier, low HP. It's going to be a 4-on-3 for sure, but still a slight chance for the Renegade to do something with this round. You assume with the smokes they have remaining, they'll smoke at the vent position, or a Molotov, that works as well. Try and get the bomb down. As soon as that's planted, that's pretty much a round over, but still some hope for the CTs there.
No kits. That's the other problem. And now that the bomb goes down, they don't have armor. They're able to get picked apart relatively cleanly. He's picked up another. Remember, there's low HP on 2 of them. This could be done, especially with the AWP on Mo as well. If he misses a shot, he leaves his teammates in the open. He'll go hunting. Doors open, bust through, can't find the man behind him. Mo just holds the angle. AWP will win it out 6-2. Gambit T side of Nuke. This is a great start for them.
Absolutely. It's looking very promising indeed. And JKS was some decent work there with the P250. The fact they got 2 kills there with that buy is a pretty good job overall. And man, look at the buy now. They were doing such good work with the AWP towards outside. Ricky now, he's just on the M4. There's 2 Famases, 1 kit. They have got some utility. That's what they've opted to go for instead of the M4s. There are a couple of Famases and actually have the smokes to work with here. Yam, he's only got an HE grenade. So this is another rough round. And And they're only at second stage loss bonus as well. If they were to lose this, could fall apart for Renegades here on the CT side. Aggressive, the T's outside. It's going to be Mo opening things up from the squeaky door. Now they've got so much time to play with here. Don't need to commit. Just wait for the reactions and believe the CT's out.
One way to take the fight, open the door, and just close it immediately after. Did a kill in between. Hardly even came to its full conclusion of the hinges, and all of a sudden it's a man advantage for Gambit to work with. As it goes in through Hut, though, and he's going to actually get inside of the lobby. This is good positioning for him to gain.
Yeah.
He's still got to find them, and smartly he's going to go up to the roof because he knows how important it is for them to get positioned to get the defaults done, but Zeus gets lucky. It looks back that direction, finds the headshot, and never mind the flank, it's gone.
Yeah, the Hail Mary play not really working out for the CTs after losing the first pick and this lesser buy they've got. They have to go big.
Still do have Azza in that same position, though, so there's a chance it could still work out. The problem is he's a little bit worried about going up the ladder. Instead, he catches Mo. AWP down, 2 players still there, and they want to go in for the trade, but they've got to not line it up. Headshot comes in as well in the second. That could have been massive. And they're going to continue the aggression, continue the charge as Ricky picks up another, but Hobbit, despite the flash going into the lobby, is already behind him and peeks him through the door.
Well, the game plan for Gambit going very well so far. A difficult round there for Renegades, as we pointed out. The weaponry wasn't really there. Didn't have the orbs. 2 Famises as well. Limited utility. And it goes from bad to worse as Mo opens up that squeaky door, finds the first pick. And as I said, you don't really have to do anything at that point. Gambit can just hold back. They know it's a pretty poor buy for the CTs. And you can see Renegades made the call. Let's just push lobby, try and find a kill. It almost worked out for them, pushing up towards the T roof there. Gets taken down, and we did see some interesting positions and some headshots made by the CTs, but not enough to win the round. And it has to be another eco here. And it looks like Gambit will be winning the T half at this point. The 8th round almost going to be picked up, as we can see. PT50s, or just 1 PT50, and the rest on default pistols here, so not really much in terms of options for the CT. Maybe just stack a particular position. This could be Yam, Ricky, and he's still looking towards that ramp position.
Hobbit continues to get over top of Twinkie and find his way under this roof time and time again. Smartly nades the... Oh, this could be big. Nades the correct position, gets the Molotov down, 20 HP. Just gets away to Zaza. Quick check underneath to make sure he's not going to get pushed back the other direction, and he's still looking for the man he's done massive damage to. As Mo clears out Big Garage, they have been utilizing it to their advantage. It's not often we see players anchor that position anymore on this version of Nuke, but Renegades certainly have been trying to.
Yeah, well, JKS. Very OP position, not necessarily with the silence USP. There's no real reason for the T's to go towards ramp at this point. They'll just take over heaven, but it seems, and let's get the bomb down towards upper. And you can see Mo just watching the ramp room tentatively there, hoping for some rotations to run into his crosshair. Could work out, needs to be a bit careful here. 2 CTs on his left-hand side.
Good oh, lovely pick as well as they rush in. Gets the second on that. I'm very surprised at the Tech 9. Yam was a little bit too much to care for as the third one was there. Obviously too much for Zeus as well, who's a little bit unimpressed with himself, but it doesn't matter because they'll pick it up, make it 8-2. They're dominating Renegades right now, and this is the unsurprising call that I was expecting last round. This is the timeout. They're going to do it, Renegades. They have to.
Well, yeah, it's not going too well right now. They had a couple of good rounds there in a row. I was just about to say, what's the recovery position at this point? What do we bring to the table to try and get back in the game? It looks like a double orb setup is the call. It's normally when things really do hit the fan, you have to actually try and adjust yourself. Nuke, it's not ideal to bring the double orb setup out. It can be viable, but you're very vulnerable to the execution-based play. If the bomb goes down towards low and you still have 2 orbs up to retake a bomb site and defuse a bomb there, it can be an absolute nightmare. But obviously going to be going for the picks. Maybe Ricky towards ramp again, trying to be aggressive. And obviously having 1 player towards outside, that's going to be very valuable for them. But if Gambit, as soon as they detect this, even if they lose this round, they work out as 2 orbs available. That's if I'm the in-game leader, I'm Zeus right there and say, right, we're doing the upper execution, smoke off main entrance, smoke off heaven, Molotov everything. If you get the bomb in towards upper, or if you get it down lower, ideally, you're in such a dream position there, and the CTs will have a real rough time actually retaking the bomb site. But yes, a pause certainly required here. It's round number 11, 8-2 in favor of Gambit. I said before, I thought Renegades would have run away with this one. They have struggled with their CT sides throughout this tournament. T sides always looked fantastic. And we said execution-based team, always finding exploits their opposition and looking great in that respect. But as soon as they go on the CT side, it's very hit or miss. They have some holes to plug, it seems.
So sit tentatively and wait. Double up, set up for a CT side. Ramp and outside, perhaps?
Yeah, you've got options, right? You can go towards ramp. You probably want to have your secondary AWP there, Yam, and then you want Ricky just patrolling that outside area. You could send both outside. You could do one on catwalk and one in garage. That is definitely an option as well. One like concentrating towards silo, and the other looking for the challenges outside. That can be quite powerful itself, but like I said, if there is an upper rush at that point, they're so locked out of the round. This is a risky buy regardless, but it's normally brought out most maps when you're a little bit desperate. And I'd say at this point, Renegades definitely in that position. Let's remember, this is their pick as well. No one expected this one to come in. The unpause comes in. Final buy is 2 AWPs. No kits, 3 M4s, and the Orpers himself. Limited in utility. Let's see what happens here as we go into round number 11. Mo has got the AWP himself, so I'm assuming it'll be more of a default here. They know it's a timeout. Gambit might want to throw in something very quick here at this point. They know some sort of adjustments coming in from the CTs. Certainly has. Let's see if it works out for the Aussies here.
Fast play from Zeus toward the ramp, tries to get a Molotov out. Mo's already beat Ricky to the position, so one of the ops already down. And they've got smokes in position to rush toward the secret stairs already. I take that back, they've got one smoke only, not the cross smoke. And JKS is down below, but knowing they've got that kill, they can still take position on this. And JKS will reveal the fact he's on the corner by putting out a Molotov to slow them down. That may serve to slow them down, but again, they could bust out with force and try and take him back. If they can get that crossfire set toward the decontamination stairs, I give them chances, but that's not going to happen because they don't have anyone in position toward vents fast enough. As is above, they don't have enough confirmation for him to leave the position watching Squeaky. Regardless, JKS is going to try and play that same position, spray through. Hobbit gets caught, but has to tag back. I'd say they both come out equally. In fact, almost dead even, 23 and 11. Call it a bullet exchange each.
Well then, a minute to play with. Zeus getting some decent position here, just checking out CT spawn. That can be a common position for defensive players working towards the cross towards heaven here, but this is a key exchange. JKS will be discovered there, but doesn't nail that first shot. Has to flash and fall back at this point. He's going to be overwhelmed with that Molotov as well. He's still though doing some work from the vents, but Azza drops to that one bullet.
Exactly that. And they know JKS is still inside of this. They'll know the door's not open on the other side. When they open from control, they don't even need to go that far. Doja hits JKS. It's down to just Ustillo and Yam remaining. They're going to rotate his round as fast as possible. Yam already in position as well with the AWP. But a lot of ground to cover because he has to watch control to his left. He's not stir behind him as we see as he turns around. Good read. Finds Hobbit. But they have to watch decontamination as well. Ustillo down, forcing the back. Flash comes out. Flames in front as well. He's got to be pushed away and can't capitalize on a reload. But Yam's still watching with the AWP. Gets caught by Doja up close, and Ustillo's going to back out of it. No kid. Has to.
Yeah.
No choice.
Yeah, absolutely no choice. 3 kills to find. It's the bomb down on lower as well, and you've got no kit. He's got 0 chance of winning that situation, and it's going to be the 5th round in a row now for Gambit. He still does find one consolation frag here, but that's all he'll find. Mo just opening the map up time and time again, and you can see on the scoreboard 16 frags now on the T side of Nuke after 10 rounds. That's kind of godlike right now. He's looking incredibly sharp, and Ricky doesn't seem to have an answer for it right now. The double AWP setup shut down pretty quickly there. Ustillo trying to save this AWP. And anything he can do to save it? No, there is not. So they are a maximum loss bonus, but let's have a look at that money, shall we? 3,400 on the 3 players. Might as well call it 4. And the player with money is still on 4,200. Do they buy up into this round? Do they allow Gambit to get to number 10? We'll try and go toe-to-toe with the lesser weaponry. It looks like it's the latter here. 2 FAMASes, 2 UMPs, now 3. No kits once more. Oh, it's going to be such a rough ride for them here. It's normally a very CT-sided map, but Gambit not having to do anything too flashy at all. Just working the picks here, full default to the start, dueling them every single time, and I think we have got an aggressive ramp play coming in from the CTs, running through fire. It's going to be Yam leading the charge first, and JKS gets the first shot here. A couple of frags going in favor of Renegades.
Well played and well picked up. Now they've got something to work with. Mo on 4, Adren's the saving hope in this right now for Gambit. He's out toward outside with an AK-47, and Azza already covering off the bomb inside a lobby. Mo's just going to walk out and get caught on this. He needs to know not to peek. He has to anticipate this, so a flash, or rather, Molotov in to try and hold them off. Get rid of the op. That's kind of smart in this situation, actually. He knows the situation. He's not going to survive this on 4 HP. That's actually very clever, because now they're going to have money still, and there won't be something to build off of for Renegades.
Well, at this point, very unlikely Gambit can win this round.
Do you know what would have been hilarious if he threw the op and it fell through the skylight into the site and they got it?
Would he do that?
I doubt it, but I'm just thinking it would have been funny. Like, best intentions.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it's very unlikely Gambit can win the round, right? But they're going to try and do what they can. 45 seconds remaining. Every kill they get, it's so valuable to the economy of Gambit, and obviously of the Renegades as well. They don't really need to challenge these positions as well. They have got the bomb down, sure, but with this kind of situation, you're 5 on 2. Just allow them to commit. You could have such a strong crossfire on the upper bomb site. One player towards lower to stop them actually coming in.
Ooh.
Okay, guys,
you
calm
see how
down.
Edgy they are. Yeah, this is not looking good. The fact that they're panicking in this situation now.
Like, you don't have to watch the bomb there. That's not a bomb site, right? Just let them have it. Then you have the huge crossfires, and they have horrible angles to check. I think this is a bit of a misplay.
He's
challenging.
Bypassed Az as well in the smoke. Yam's got to be so careful. Thankfully, he looks the wrong direction because that could have come down to a 1 versus 2. Again, that AWP is well out of reach. They won't grab that, and there's tons of money left over for Gambit. They'll immediately buy up another one.
Yeah.
I like that call from Mo. That's thinking ahead.
Yeah, they do look a little bit cagey here, on edge. It's been a while since we've seen Renegades in a grand final here. Haven't really arrived as of yet. 9-3, a good round for them to pick up, though. Aggressive towards ramp, a little bit more assertive there. Then they have to find those frags at the start. JKS doing some good work with that SMG. And we go to round number 13. Definite reset potential here, I'm afraid. If they lose this round, they're in a world of trouble. And it's back towards outside, and Mo opens things up once again. So consistent with these opening frags.
Shots back the other direction. It's the Dren that wins against Yam. What's more, Renegades fall short. They've got rifles still to work with. They've got armor. They've got 2 kits. But the problem is they've got to find a pick immediately. And Zeus waiting for this pushback in lobby. Now he's missed one player going by him. This could be costly. But at the same time, timing is everything. And Az has gone beyond it. Turning back now, it should be the kill for him. No, I take it back. He doesn't check it on the way in reverse. Zeus finds it, holds the angle as well. Down goes Ustillo. He'll survive with 19 HP, and it's on to JKS in a 1 versus 5.
Zeus is toying with it in that lobby area there. They have no response at all. Losing those first 2 frags, they have to push in, need to make something happen here. JKS may get a frag here, but it's all for not really much he can do. They know exactly where he is, and Hobbit finds the final frag, a full reset after winning 1. It was a struggle before. It's going to have to be either a force buy or take an eco for the last round. 10-3 here. It's looking pretty grim for the Aussies. What's the call? They've already used their pause at this point. You can see Zeus. As soon as he dropped his smoke, you said, well, I've got to push now. Zeus is so ready for it as well. Perfect awareness. Takes him down. Takes a headshot in return, but doesn't really matter. So, okay, Renegades. Forced by worked before. It's even weaker this time. 2 UMPs, a Max 7, 2 pistols. Do they get aggressive once more? I think they probably have to. Can't just sit back and allow Mo to just pick them off one by one.
3 players going outer again off the start of this for Gambit. Doge just already up at Red Crate trying to find a shot in toward main. Now watch the position behind because they don't count for the wrap. Hobbit's got his kill so easily though. He can turn back. His obligation's done. He turns his attention onto Yam, who found Doja, but it doesn't matter because Hobbit continues to find multiple frags to open up rounds.
Yeah, this has been pretty rough so far. They tried to nade towards outside and take the AWP down. It's successful to get Mo to 46, but unfortunately didn't really have the firepower to actually do anything more than that. They get 1 kill with the UMP, and now so much time to play with. The man advantage once again. CTs, no kids, can't really allow the bomb to go down. Need to start working a bit harder once again. As we go into the 1 minute mark, Mo, how many frags has he got now? Still on 17, but Hobbit is as well. One of your favorite players of the tournament, 2 of the big names for this lineup have just delivered so far in this grand final.
Yeah, the protagonist, I would say, throughout for them. And they're doing it again. They're well and ahead, truly ahead of everyone else in the server at this point in time. He's still the only other one on double digits. Speaking of Hobbit, he's got good position in heaven right now.
It's kind of nuts. The Hobbit wasn't even the name we were really aware of until this tournament, really. And he's just shown every single game to be so strong as a... What can he do at this point? You just got to try and find some frags here, try and get them in the back. He tries it, doesn't really work out. Everyone dropping like flies here for Renegades. 1 player remaining, that's Ustillo. And they're going to the last round here. They're going to have second stage loss bonus, $1,900. Obviously have to force buy. It will be 12-3 at this point, Matt. And this is rough on the CT side. This is the map where we do say we want to see Renegades on the T side here, because we know they're going to be very good there. I know they're going to deliver in terms of the execution to show some new stuff, but might not even have the chance here. If they lose a pistol in the second half, they're not even going to have a chance to even get a gun round here. Well, CZ's and a scout. The last line of defense for Renegades. If they can find this round, at least they've got a buffer if they lose a pistol to actually work some gun rounds here, show us what they've got there, but very unlikely with this sort of buy.
They've gone more passive this time at outer because they want to put attention elsewhere with Doja smoke in front. Goal was to try and get onto ramp, but they've done damage onto Azza regardless. No matter what they try on the CT side, they're always coming out worse for wear. Doja's going to go on this. Sees that for JKS, playing the wide side, tries to get the shot right, does in fact, gets the headshot. And doesn't even take any damage to take that back. He's gone down to 40 HP, but still enough to try and go for a repeat. Exactly that. Zeus is found. Bomb is dropped as well. Can't push forward to get a gun, and with 2 more players there, they'll easily pull the situation back into control. But Yam's gonna rotate over, found by Mo. Good angle held by the AWP. Scout can't do anything as is rotated. Best hope is that he goes overlooked in the position. Instead, they wrap around. It's gonna be Ustillo.
Why is Mo doing
the ladder? That's quick. That's not even checked.
Like, you've got so much time to work. If you just run up as the AWPer, you pistol out, still, they're going to win the round regardless, it seems. But getting a little bit interesting here, but Hobbit, strong as ever, finishes things off there. Mo, 20 frags, Hobbit 19. The final score of the first half on the T side is 12-3 in favor of Gambit. This is looking bleak for Renegades, I have to say. It goes without saying. It has to be the pistol win going in favor of Renegades at this point. They need this pistol on the T side. Like I said, I'm expecting big things here, but the CT sides have been weak for them in this tournament.
Very. I mean, Gambit just took it to them in that game.
Didn't even have to do anything. Didn't have to work too hard, right? Just opening squeaky door, AWP shot, or going outside, getting the picks multiple times, going towards ramp, pushing them down to lower, planting. Nothing too technical, really.
There's 2 things we talk about on Nuke consistently. 1 is the smokes at outer to get into secret, and 2 is what you do with outer control. We never talked about the smokes at all. I think I mentioned it like twice as an afterthought after they'd already found the opening.
They were actually didn't want to put the smokes down. They wanted to actually go for the picks at the start of the round. That was the nuts thing. They're actually more than willing to take the jewels, and the Renegades money was just wrecked throughout. They tried to adjust things at the port of the double AWP setup. That had a little bit of success there. Ricky finds him a couple of rounds, but overall, it's not looking good, I have to say. Pistol, here we go then, Renegades. What have you got? We'll get into this one. Second half, 12-3. 5 sets of armor, 4 decoys. That does suggest you can do something quite quick, like Gambit did. 5 players towards ramp is always very viable, or you rush up depending on the spawn. Riham's got the best spawn you can possibly get, so let's see whether he decides to go for the squeaky door and just try and find that first pick.
Zeus climbing up the ladder all ready to get into Heaven, but the rap's coming through. It's going to be fast onto Squeaky, so Heaven might be important. Spot 1. Don't slow down. Keep going. EM needs to be the first in, needs to get deep inside of the site and push them back, but the kills are still stacking up for Gambit. 2 in the favor of 1 for them. Ustillo has opened up some ground to work with, and Hobbit tag to 8 can't repeat from Heaven, so they've got a bit of gain, but time to get the bomb down. They overcommit to it. Hobbit times it perfectly to go back in. Adren takes down Asda, and it's suddenly onto Ustillo. 8 and 2 HP on 2 of the players. He can find these. He can't open it up. Has to find the angle. Does react in time, but it puts him down to 20 as he gets tagged first. And Adren still watching from main, just sits and holds. Ustillo goes in, finds the second. Now it's down to the one-on-one. 6 HP. USP trying to find the headshot. Doja, he's not covered off, and he's going to walk out and take it back. 13-3.
It's a bit of a shame they go for that plan at that point. They know there's a player in towards that nest position as well. They have control of the upper bomb site. It's an equal situation. You've got 1 minute 20 remaining. Why are you planting the open at that point? No one's covering him as well. The CTs can't believe he's lucky. He's low HP. Faces from Heaven, takes the bomber down. And I feel like if they just slowed things down there, they could have had a real chance of taking that round. Unfortunately, Ustillo's hard work. He finds 4 frags, can't finish things off there with 6 HP. 13-3 has to be the force buy at this point from Renegades. They don't get the bomb down, but Ustillo, he gets a Galil with all those kills he picked up. So it's upgraded pistols and Galil up against the 4 SMGs and the scouts in the hands of Mo.
Mo, with that scout, tries to do some damage. I think he's realized they've dropped off that Twinkie position already, so he's going to relocate, not wanting them to have, wrapping it outer and getting control of Secret. So one's already bypassed that. He has to accept that fate. Gam's getting shot on Adren as well. This is a good start. They've got some control to work with. Yam goes down in the end, but again, they've still got 1 player down in Secret already. Aza's going to rotate in behind, and Ustillo underneath could start to be a problem. He has choices. He has options. He could work all the way to ramp and flank them out, or he can walk back up and wait for the vents to come into control. Zeus is down there trying to find him, though.
Well, 4 on 4. Bomb has been recovered from T-spawn at this point.
I'm cringing because Ustillo just busted out the window down below, and I think Zeus heard it. They've got the attention. They know he's down there. So ramp's going to be called off, the fact that he's made it that far. So they should be fully aware of it. There it is. Doja turns his attention immediately onto it. That window breaking out down below in control, we didn't see it. Him going that direction was heard by Zeus in the vents, and that gave away any chance he had for the surprise flank.
Well, they have no smokes now. Yes, they have ramp control, but if you want to go towards lower, you need a smoke there. Ooh, okay, Aza. Maybe you don't need smokes. Just headshots, that will do. 3 on 2 now. They've got the advantage at least.
Hobbit still inside of the site with the UMP. He's going to hug the wall, so they have to commit to the peek. It works for 1. Sprays down, nearly finds 2. Damage in, but it's a response from JKS. And he's got a lineup. It's JKS to win back the round. Finally, Renegades, something to cheer about.
Something to cheer about. It's a big round for them to win here. CTs, they might want to force into this one. I'm not so sure. You've got such a huge bed of rounds. You just want to let Renegades have a couple and not force into these situations, or do you want to go toe-to-toe right now? It looks like it is going to be the latter here. They are going to be forcing up in this situation. They are going to get Deagles, CZs, a max 7 for Zeus. At this point, they know the terrorist combat not necessarily going to be as strong as it possibly can be. You can see it's reflected in there by Galil, Scout, and UMP. So they're trying to close things out nice and early here. If Gambit do win this round, it could be over at this point. So some focus towards the ramp room, getting that boost in towards those corner boxes there in the ramp room. And we do have a bit of utility here to work with Renegades. We've got the Scout in the hands of Ricky as well. He's just looking towards outside. Mo makes his way towards Secret.
Mo waiting as well with the Dren for a crossfire set. Ustillo's going to walk down into this. It's not common we see players on this left side of door where Mo is. Not sure. I'm just going to pop over and see from my perspective if Ustillo can see that. No, he can't quite see the gun sticking out. I was wondering the way he was dancing and holding that angle. So he's actually well and truly hidden in that corner. You would have to make a point of looking at it. But Mo's decided to adjust. That's the problem. Crossfire going, gets aggressive as they back away from it, thinking it's not going to go that direction. But Hobbit, finding 1, nearly snaps back to get another onto Yam. 4 HP away from doing so. That would have been massive to give them a chance in terms of numbers, because Well, Zeus has a shotgun. It would have given them a bit more control of Heaven with only one player surviving that exchange.
Yeah, well, here we go then. Should be Renegades taking control of the situation now. And it's going to be a 4-on-2. Dozier and Zeus, they have got an AK in their hand. But Bomb going down towards upper now, obviously. They have a real rough time trying to retake this upper position with 4 frags to find as well. I think that's a jump shot. Scout actually working in Renegade's favor. Ricky taking Dozier down to 32 HP. He knows there's a player in CT spawn as well. At this point, Dozier probably just wants to try and save this weapon. Makes his way back all the way towards CT spawn. And Zeus, though, finds a kill. And $900 for his troubles as well.
Good shot through Justillo. He'll take down Zeus. And the last man way back in spawn is Dozier at 32. Wants to hold on to this AK. Does find the first one. We've seen this spot utilized even in mid-round situations when they're wrapping it outer, but now it's for the save. It's a hard shot to hit. You got to go through that forklift. Lots of metal in the way, and Dozier, he's got the advantage of dancing around that metal to find the headshot onto JKS, but Bomb gone. It's going to be a round for Renegades. They're 5th. Giving away an AK to Dozier, who's got armor and a kit.
Yeah. And an AK-47 of that. So I don't think Gambit will buy into this one. Probably get some Deagles and PT-50s. Dozier can do some work with the AK. I'd say take that towards ramp. You've got a great headshot angle at that position. You actually can jump on the railings, find little pixel shots there. Probably going to be your most effective place to take the AK-47. Definitely can cause some damage here. Whether Renegades will go nice and fast and trying to shut that round down as quickly as possible. That's what they're doing on Mirage. They like to just rush positions on their anti-ecos. I'm not a fan of it, but they do it consistently. It seems to be more the same here. Rush upper, hope for the best, and it's working out so far.
Dozier down. Yam converts to Zeus. Still looking good for Renegades. In fact, very good as they walk through, and Ricky finds Mo. It's onto a Dren, rotating up, but caught off from a player already inside of the rafters position. Yes, you can do that.
Yeah, it looks so good when those upper rushes work against the anti-ecos, but you never know if you're running to a full stack here. That's why I just hate the idea of being an in-game leader and calling those rushes when you know up against pistols in a saved weapon, for example. It works out this time, but yeah, you've always got to be a little bit scared as you go through that position. You don't know what's on the other side. 13-6 though, and we do have a buy for Gambit here. 5 and 4s, no ult for Mo. No kits either. So this is a chance for Renegades to show us what they can do on the T side here. I did mention it before, a team that's going to have lots of execution-based play, and smokes go quickly towards our side as well. We'll see whether they can get their teeth stunk into this first map of the grand final here.
CM's going to get back up on top of Twinkie and follow his teammate as well. I've gone for Mo in that big garage position. Remember, we saw this a lot in the first half from Renegades. JKS was there at a point, I think. We saw someone else there as well. I can't remember exactly. It might have been Ricky, I think, with the AWP, but we're trying to utilize it. Good position from Zeus. Catches them off. They walk in. Don't check in behind the vent. Peeks out for more. It is going to be all Renegades in response, though, and they've got the advantage, but look at the HP. That could be enough to be the deciding factor as Dozier tries to get to Heaven. Smokes in his face as well as Mo's. They're going to group together and go for double peaks. This could be problematic for Renegades if they don't get into a post plant fast enough, and thankfully they are. As Dozier gets back to make sure no one's going to push out from main. As soon as Mo gets up, they'll happily work together inside of the site. And he's going to be the one to throw the flash, but Flames now as well. They're using all the utility to hold out Gambit, and I think they may. Yeah, they're going to give up on this.
You all know kits here. There's still a huge bed of rounds. Just keep the money a little bit stronger. You can save 2 weapons and focus to the next one, but we did say Renegades are going to have a decent T-side here. They're showing us what they can do. A nice upper split there, actually very effective as well. You can see they've got the smokes, the set Molotov, the flashbangs going in as well. The timings were incredibly on point. Zeus does find 2 kills as well, but a flurry of frags coming in favor of Renegade as soon as he gets them. So they shut him down, and they managed to keep 3 players alive as well. They might have a game on our hands here, Matt. It's not over just yet. 13-7 is a very scary scoreline here, but Renegades have shown us they are an incredibly strong T-sided team. And we go into round number 21. Gambit, those 2 saved weapons. I don't think they'll fully force into this round. They'll probably just get some upgraded pistols to go with the M4s. Maybe do something a little bit more aggressive. Push towards ramp, for example, like we saw from Renegades, or try and push into Hut for that first frag, but no AWP coming out for Renegades just yet. Like we said, in these anti-good positions, they normally like to rush. I don't think they will, considering there's 2 M4s saved at this point. Probably just want to do a default and wipe the frags here. And the set smoke's coming out once again, very quickly towards outside. I like the way they throw those as well. Looking like they can do them quicker than most teams.
It's true, they are there. There's a lot of them. 5 smokes at outer alone right now, 1 as well on the ramp, so both teams contributing to those. And the Stillo's already down on the stairwell. Spotting up against its Ren. Lovely headshot, gun grab. Potentially. He hasn't pushed forward just yet. Ricky's going to pull back into Dozier, but that M4, it's done damage. It's gotten 1 on the trade. They're down to 3 men, and they're going to be on the lower site with 2 guns picked up. Zeus looks away. He can't find the shot, though, and it's going to pull the CZ back in a position where he's potentially going to get traded back. Exactly that. Adren walks through in the AK. Able to find the ground to walk on. JKS caught on the ramp, and bomb dropped. It's pulled back. Gambit. They'll win it with just a gun to work with on the start. Pick one up, and they get their 14th round.
Well, there it is. It was looking quite promising there, but you still caught towards the secret area. The smokes were down. They were going to try and do that ramp split. We saw it from Gambit as well. One player secret, go towards ramp, trying to split the lower bomb site. You still went down very quickly though to the hands of the CZ, and all of a sudden the frags were equally exchanged until Adren got himself an AK-47, and he wrecks him towards the lower bomb site there. 14-7, and Gambit find one in return. Now they have a nice full buy here. Touching distance to taking this first map. It's Mo back on the AWP. These fast smokes once again towards outside. I think that this time they're probably fully commit, also sending one player out there, trying to actually work frags out there with the 4 players.
They do throw the catwalk corner smoke as well, as we can see it above Adren, which I very much like, because anyone playing back by Garage can't see toward Twinkie, so they can use multiple positions, no gaps in their smokes as well. So Renegades looking executed in that sense.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I've never seen a team be able to do it that fast. Like, in terms of it getting everyone down to secret, uncontested, that's really cool to see.
And they'll take over the positions this time, uncontested. No one dying at the corner. No one giving up a weapon. Not that it matters. There's guns up this time for Gambit, but they have lost JKS in the early exchanges. Yustilo's position is actually brilliant. Doji's not looking for this. Oh, he's got to wrap quickly, though. They're going to know. Doji's going to give himself up, though. Waiting as well.
Be careful.
Yustilo goes for one shot, nails the second. It works out. You're right. He almost gave Doji a shot toward his teammates, but he waited for the perfect time, and it catches off, too.
Can you imagine if he took down the plant, and then at that point, just because he's running out of that trigger discipline, that would have been such a horror show, but he does nail it. The timing's just completely on point there. I don't know why I was worried. He had that under control. It's fine.
Calm down, Henry. You're fine. You don't have to worry.
I'm not. It's fine. It's all good.
So the issue with this now becomes that it's going to be 4 rounds into a reset for Gambit. So they're committing to a collective save immediately early on. Zeus, he'll go to Big Garage, Hobbit out towards CT. Even if they hunt down, they're only going to find one of the 3 players because they're so spread out. And Dren seems to be the one they found, but killing him is another story. I take it back. They've got him.
Well, there it is. That fast outside execution. I'm a big fan of it. It means we get to the lower bomb site very quickly indeed. And you can see how much control they have of the lower bomb site. Actually, you have the option to plant on the silo as well. They've got control of ramp. It's actually very beautiful round of CS to watch. And they're managing to have that nice flank play from Yustilo just watching it. I'm sure that's going to be the replay here. This is why I got a little bit scared. The bomb just going down at that moment. Dozy with an AK as well. Just needs 1 bullet to take him down. He saw him. I think he's just about to pull the trigger as well, but Yustilo just stops him in time and gets 2 kills. So perfectly done from him. We're going to round number 23. 14-8. Renegades getting back into this game slowly but surely. It's currently 5-2 here on the second half. Smokes once again towards outside. I don't think they're exactly the same ones here. It looks like it's a different sort of setup here. Maybe designed to work a pick instead.
Ooh, smokes on Big Garage. Adren tries to get clever and use the parking pillar to jump up and spot out toward Twinkie. Doesn't land the shot. Adren, though, is still tapping away. He's trying desperately. He won't get it as well. Doesn't even do any damage to Azza, who manages just to pop out and take him down. He still has got Zeus. They're starting to roll, Renegades.
Yeah. But you can see the objective here to actually work towards outside and go for that upper split once again. Happy to take the jewels this time instead of actually sending 4 players undetected towards secret. And Ricky finds another one as well. Looks like a clean sweep potentially here as well. 5-on-2.
Oh.
Mo finds one in return though as it drops, and still this could be problematic. He hits a shot as well, nails it.
This is so sick. He's got the gap in between, but he's lost sight of the player. Getting close, Mo! What a round! He almost finds it. Can't quite land it. The aim holds true, but it still gives Doji a massive opportunity at a 1 versus 2. Bomb's gonna go down inside of the site. Doja, he's on the wrong side of the pillar to do anything of that. Not that he was close enough, but he will walk in from the huts. Yam's already watching that as well. AK-47s in both of the terrorist hands. No kit for Doji. I believe there's one down on the site. He's gonna work, gets spotted, already sees it, and Yam's gonna find true to the shot. But what a round from the AWP. Mo nearly wins that on his own.
Can you imagine if you got that 4th shot? I think you'd have fell off the chair.
Yep.
I think that would have been up. You'd have been done.
Yep.
Like, as soon as Mo gets this kind of positioning, I think, okay, this round's not quite over just yet. Nails that 2nd shot. The 3rd is scary. At this point, Renegade's probably starting to panic. They finally get the shot on him and get 14-9. Not such a huge deal in terms of losing players here. It's going to be an eco for Gambit regardless, and Renegade's potentially getting to double figures here. This game is starting to heat up. We have got a grand final worthy map here as we get into round number 24, and it's going to be Yustilo starting to warm up his teams, hits that headshot towards Mo.
Gambit's got to slow down. Hobbit's rushing through as well. I know they're on pistols, but the problem is they're giving up kills so early on. We can maybe not give them that much flack in this particular scenario, but even still, they need to stabilize. They need to get dynamic. Play it more like Cajun. Sit inside heaven. I love the way Dignitas does that, how they're able to control outside with not putting too much aggression onto it. Good lineup from the pistol from Doja. It does do decent damage, but they'll go down, and now it's going to be double digits Renegades. And it's still only 14 for Gambit. It's that elusive 15th round. A sigh of relief when they get there.
Oh, they're buying into this as well. I don't think it's the best buy for them. Certainly won't have the AWP. Might have want to take another round on the chin here. Just think, okay, well, we're not going to have the best buy. Let's not open the door opportunity for Renegades here.
Thank you, Doja. I was going to lose my mind that there was no kits and there was money available for one.
This is the thing. Mo's been so sick with that AWP, and they're really limited this round. Yes, they can still win it, obviously, but I'm just thinking if he'd lose this one, could potentially mean another eco here. They are all in this situation. 5 and 4s. Only 2 smokes remaining and a flashbang. That's it. We have got the 1 kid, though, so you're right. Problem is, they probably need to be a little bit more aggressive, try and find 1 frag here. They can't allow for a full execution to come in, considering everything Renegades has available. All the nades, the AWP as well, and they're slowing things right down. Going to be setting up some set-piece smokes towards outside, it seems. And we'll see what kind of play comes in. The bomb is towards outside for now.
Adren, sitting in heaven, is playing a little bit more passively this time. This is what we're talking about in terms of swing. Mo's still on the floor in front. Smokes out in front of him. He does get cleverly on top of the box. Misses the jump, though, to get over to Red. Has to watch the catwalk. Nearly blinded up and caught. And Ricky's got Adren down, so now he knows they're wrapping. Finds at least 1. Swings back. Has to know they're working in toward the garage. But how does he play this? Because they can approach both sides. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Thankfully, he's got his teammate in position to cover off. And Zeus gets inside of the main entrance if they wrap the close quarters. So this will be fine for now, but Mo's in behind box and he's overwhelmed. He eventually was going to go down. He didn't put himself in a great position once he backed away. I would have liked to see him go toward lockers, perhaps.
Yeah. Well then, now the CT's really up against it. 4 on 3, 35 seconds remaining. That's the good news. The bomb not planted as of yet, but they need to find another frag. We've got a situation. Where did Renegades go with this one? 30 seconds. So Ricky going towards main entrance, and Zeus finds that first frag. This could actually be problematic. Ricky, a lot of pressure on this shot. Can't do it. Bomb drops.
Bomb drop 22 seconds as well, but JKS is going to try and fight from within. He's traded back by Hobbit. It's now down to the one-on-one, but the bomb will be called, dropped inside, or rather outside of the site, so Hobbit relocates himself. Knows he's on the rafters and reads it well. Headshot on Ustillo. Now they've got 15 rounds.
Oh no. It looked so promising for Renegades there, but Zeus shuts it down. As soon as he finds that first frag, it's the AWP to try and get the refrag in. It's just not ideal at all. That's the shot Ricky had to hit there. As soon as it doesn't happen, the bomb goes down. They only had about 20 seconds at this point, and the round falls apart. Zeus finding the 15th round for Gambit. Money available for sure for Renegades. Still have a chance of getting us to overtime. As you can see, Gambit don't really have the money to invest in this run. Adren just in the 5-7. Dosi on the UMP. An upper rush, it seems. All in. Hail Mary, let's go.
Watch the floor. It's covered by Zeus. Manages to pick up 1, traded back by none other than Ustillo, who finds 2. He's now up to 32 kills total. Double that of anyone else on his team. We were talking about Mo and Hobbit. Well, he's led the way. He leads the way in this half. And they lead the way in terms of the situation. 3 versus 2. JKS not going for the bomb plant right away. They want to control this a little bit further, get more information on exactly where Doja is behind them. And as they consider this, they go down the vents. He's going to be silently on their backside because you still won't be able to spot this. Adren's rotated onto the ramp. It's 2 versus 2 lower. And immediately, Ricky's downed. Doja with a great find. And now Adren's going to start to get himself in a better position on that AWP. But keep in mind, with the flash coming out, that Doja's got a backpedal inside of the site. That pushes 1 out from behind. But there's the spot. That's the problem. Switches off the AWP onto the pistol. Leaves him in the open. Adren's got to fight forward. And JKS with both.
Okay.
He'll pull it back to 15-11, and the money gets limited once more for Gambit.
Yeah. Could mean a couple of ecos here as well. They get $1,400 into this round after just about winning the previous one in that 1v1 situation. Yes, they have map points here, but Renegade's still alive and kicking, it seems. The upper rush works out for them. A little bit hairy towards the end. Both low HP players in the 2 versus 1, but managed to hold on. JKS finished things off here. Double AWP set up on the T side. That's interesting. I think they probably want to get rid of that. Yeah, they do. Okay. So that's certainly not a thing. Like on the CD side, you can justify it somewhat, but T side trying to get those upper positions, definitely not. Okay, then JKS might be overwhelmed here. Players pushing towards the lobby area. They've got ramp control and lobby now, but he's actually got back here. He's given the call to his teammates. They'll probably just capitalize towards outside, get towards heaven, and they know they've got a free run at the upper bomb side at that point.
He's still out, waiting to flash as in toward the top position on heaven. They've already got 2 players wrapping around as well with him and the AWP that's come from Catwalk. Adren's managed to do well pulling 1 back, but they've lost the upper site.
Yeah.
He's got Mo well with a nade. This is getting very close, I have to say. Renegades, you called it. T-side. It's the name of their game.
Every time it seems. I wish they'd have started on the T side here. And they would have been in such a strong position. I think they would have run away with it just like Gambit did as well.
Kill for JKS incoming because he spots Zeus going by and backs away.
You know what? That's the first kill JKS gets, but he actually, for me, is the MVP of that round. He's very disciplined there. He spots a few players. He actually spots 4. Doesn't die. Stays alive long enough. Watching the flanks there. Making sure his teammates get information. It's so vital. Those who just take him down in the end, but he's already done his work, in my opinion, at this point. So Gambit gets 2 AK-47s, make it 1 as Dozier goes down. Adren now finding Gambit in return. He's just going to be trying to save this AK-47. He's actually towards the garage area. I'm not sure he's going to be hunted down at this point. Looks like both teams will be going towards T-spawn. And there it is. This game really is getting a little bit exciting now. The fire erupts on the main stage as the bomb explodes. It's 9-3 for Renegades here. The money's still not great, but they have saved an AK. Surely don't force into this, boys. Let's just allow yourself to get a full buy once again. They've got an AK, sure, that could tempt them. But they go in for a more partial approach here, conservative, some would say. So an AK, CZ's P250 is a chance for 15-13 here. I didn't think there was a possibility of this map after the first half, 12-3. And after losing the pistol as well, we thought it was done.
Oh, that was a battering that first half. I thought it was over as well. I mean, it's one thing to say, yes, they have a T side, but you've got to give yourself a chance.
That's the thing. That's why I was disappointed for. I knew it was going to be good for Renegades, and they find that second fire on force by, and they give us this performance. This is looking very good indeed.
So Adren's going to play very passively with that AK-47. Well, and truly removed from the action, although I say that as a... With him on catwalk, he's going to be in a position with the flash going over to spot that. He's seen it on the corner, spotted and turned, takes a lot of damage. Azza, but Adren, careful not to overcommit. You're the only rifle in the round. And smartly, they Molotov off lockers, which is the next position that he can go to. That's thinking ahead for Renegades because now they open up some space to get towards Secret.
The problem is now just one mistake separates Renegades on this map. And this AK as well is doing considerable damage. You can see Azza's gone down to 15 HP. Yeah, I'm on 59. Just takes one of these players to go sick with these CZs as well, and it can all fall apart. Need to stay together, need to be refragging every single time. Can't really afford to have that flare and show individual skill right now. This seems to be working as a tight unit. This could be, oh god, I need to look for the second frag.
Does get it. That's the low HP coming to save Adren's life because now he finds two. It's still damage worth getting because that's the only gun still. There's one more down at Heaven. They'll rotate, I'm sure, to try and grab that. If Renegades are smart to hold off a rotation, they'll be watching. I think if we can get that AWP in a position to cover toward Turnpike, be massive for them because Mo is slowly getting toward that ladder. He wants it. Hobbit, meanwhile's got to hold off the front. Like you said, if these CZs go big, there's a chance. It's Yam down. It's low HP on Ricky. There's another inside of the site, JKS, but Yam's gone, Ricky as well. And it's suddenly just JKS remaining 1 versus 2. They haven't got that second gun in play yet. And they're trying